Yo, what is going on, everyone? This is Mercro coming at you with another Wi-Fi battle. It's been a while since I posted one. My bad on that. Just been busy with school and stuff. But anyway, here I am. This is a battle against Teslamouse from Twitch. I won his raffle on the stream, so we had a battle, and it was a lot of fun. So, the team I'm using pretty much relies on setting up Volcarona to sweep, and uses Astro Ninja as like potential cleanup if I need it. And just looking at his team, I know that if I can get rid of, or not even get rid of it, like at least weaken the Charizard, which I suspect is probably X based on his team just by looking at it. And then if I can also just weaken Tapu Fini a bit too, it's looking pretty good for me to sweep with Volcarona. So that was sort of my plan and what I was trying to do in this battle. But anyway, let's get right down into it. So let's see. The first thing that he does, he's going to lead with Tapu Koko, and I'm going to lead with Lando T, which I actually named Teslamouse T. You'll see in a second. And here it is, Teslamouse T. So I figured if he has HP Ice, it's probably not going to kill, so I may as well just get my Stealth Rocks up, because that'll definitely help keep the Charizard at bay for a bit until he can get Defog up, or Rocks on me, forcing me to Defog. So I expect him to just U-turn, takes Rocky Helmet damage, so things are going as planned. Is nice. I'm going to get some free rocks up. He's going to go with the Tapu Fini, just assuming that that's what I'm going to do, just getting the rocks, so that's fine. This actually will give me the opportunity to get a free Earthquake on the Tapu Fini, because the defog here is pretty obvious. So I go for Earthquake, and that is the first step in setting up Volcarona, is just dealing damage to things that stand in Volcarona's way, such as Tapu Fini. So you get a little chunk of damage, not a lot, but damage is damage. He's going to defog up. It is what it is. So at this point, I kind of am fearing a Surf, and I know a lot of Tapu Finis, especially mine, is Nature's Madness over Surf, which I personally do prefer, just because I think Tapu Fini makes for better stall break with Nature's Madness. So I go into my own Fini, predicting a Surf. He goes for the Surf, so that works out in my favor. If it went Nature's Madness, it would have been quite a bit worse, but yeah. So I would go for Nature's Madness on my Tapu Fini here, just because in a Tapu Fini on Tapu Fini battle, whoever has Nature's Madness is going to win every single time, because it allows you to deal more damage. So I just go for Nature's Madness. He's going to switch into Jirachi, which is totally fine, because I can get some more damage on this. I'm thinking, is this thing his Rock Setter? It might be. I'm not entirely sure. Is it Body Slam, Paraflinch? And right here, I just decided, I'll save Tapu Fini for later, because, I can just set up Fog later if I need to. He actually double switches here. He goes into Grand Soil, the Lando T, and I'm kind of wondering, is this his Rock Setter? Is this bulky Lando with the rocks, or is it Scarf Lando, or is it, Double Dance Lando? There's three different ones here. I personally thought that he would be Rocks, but he's going to switch out here. He goes into his Aqua Spirit. I just went straight for the HP Ice, assuming he might try to set up Stealth Rocks, but because he didn't do that, I guess he just switch it into Tapu Fini. I get rocks up again. I don't know, but it is what it is. I revealed the HP Ice. I'm gonna take back my Lando T, go into my own Fini, because like I said earlier, Tapu Fini is really good for fighting another Tapu Fini, assuming that they don't have Nature's Madness themselves. So you go for a Moonblast, deals about a 4th or 5th. I'm gonna get some health bank leftovers. Now I can dish out another Nature's Madness, because if he switches again, fine. Something else is gonna take half damage. So very safe play on my part. Nature's Madness coming in clutch. His Aqua Spirit down to about half range, and that's right where I want it to set up with Volcarona, assuming I do get that off later in the game. And again, that is always my game plan when I use this team. The whole point is to set up Volcarona, dish out hits to the rest of the team, then bring in Volcarona late game to clean everything up. That is the best way to use Volcarona, in my opinion. The best way to get a sweep with it. Yeah, so it's going to be a little bit of Tapu Fini action here, but like I said, Nature's Madness will let me win this in a sense. So, go for a Moonblast here, just, I would get the special attack drop if I need it, which is nice. He's obviously not going to kill my Tapu Fini without a crit. I almost kill him right there, and he's going to dish out a Moonblast on me. I do actually outspeed his Tapu Fini, because I do have speed investment to outspeed bulky Lando, which is definitely something that's nice to do. That way you can taunt it so it doesn't get rocks up and such. Yeah. So this is the point where he actually switches out here, out of his Lando. I don't know what I'm saying. Switches out of his Fini. I switch out of my Fini. I don't know why I said Lando. My bad. Rip. I go into Hirek. He goes into a Yellow Gadget, which is Fine by me. I definitely don't want to take a body slam, you know. So I do switch out here. I am going to go into my Lando T. Just get the Intimidate off. I think he's going to body slam. If he paralyzes me, he paralyzes me. It is what it is. No big deal. He actually goes for the Protect though, which I don't really think was a play, but you know, that's fine. Just gives me a free switch in here. So I'm actually going to go for the rocks here, assuming he might actually switch, predicting the Earthquake, but it's fine. He actually paralyzes me first try with the body slam, and I get fully paralyzed with first turn of this, so I'm like, whatever, you know, I'll eventually get my rocks up, hopefully, assuming I don't get paraflinch to death. But, you know, this is a questionable play on his part. I don't know why he stayed in here keeping on trying to Iron Head me, because he's just dealing more damage to himself. Like, he's dealing more damage to himself than he's dealing to me because of my Rocky Helmet, so I can just sit in here all day. I'm assuming he just really wanted my Lando T dead because he did not want me to get rocks up, because that is the threat to Charizard. So I got my rocks up, which is good. His Tapu Fini is also low enough on health so that if he brings it in, it is going to die to rock. So rocks are up for me right now, which is really, really good. I'm definitely gonna. I mean, I definitely consider that good in my favor, because that will pretty much help me win the game here, assuming I win the game. Wink, wink. Now I get an Earthquake off, so Earthquake does kill the yellow gadget. So finally, after about 16 to 17 turns, something dies. So this is the part where I've sort of beaten up his team a little bit, and Volcarona is looking like it's going to be able to sweep, assuming I can get that Quiver Dance up. Now it goes into Tapu Koko, which is totally fine on my, totally fine for me. You know, I'm just going to let him kill my Lando T at this point, because Volcarona is something that is really easy to set up on something like Tapu Koko. I mean, it doesn't take the first Thunderbolt too well, but you know, you can take a Thunderbolt, set up a Quiver Dance, and outspeed this thing. But I actually decided to just go into my Metagross here, just to soften it up a little bit more, because I do want to keep my Volcarona like as much health as I can. Plus, I know Mega Metagross can dish out like a huge hit to pretty much anything. The coverage on Mega Metagross is insane. So you're just gonna go for the Thunderbolt. I'm like, okay, unless it gets a crit, I mean, it's not gonna kill me. So I'm just gonna kill the Tapu Koko, which is probably the best move in my opinion, just to get rid of it, get the Meteor Mash, hoping for the attack raise, and maybe, because outspeed the rest of it's on his team, or at least I thought I did. But it turns out here, I don't have Ice Punch, but you know, I was hoping he'd think I did, maybe, I don't know. Either way, I'm just going to let him kill my Hurike here. I was planning just going for like a Zen Headbutt or a Meteor Mash to deal some more damage. He reveals he's Scarfed in this move. He is Scarf Lando. I figure, okay, it's now or never for Volcarona, because I don't really have anything else besides, like, Greninja. But Greninja's not going to kill the thing with Water Shuriken from that range, unless I get all 5 hits. I know I can take one Earthquake from Lando, just barely, though, so maybe I should have set up Volcarona on the Tapu Koko, would have been a lot better. I'll get my Quiver Dance up, so I will be able to outspeed, and I just decide I'm going to go Z-move here, because it's the one move I have right now that's definitely going to kill. And it's looking like Volcarona is pretty much in the clear, except for the Charizard. Now, the Charizard is going to come out after this, you know, obviously the Z is going to kill, but the Charizard is something that Teslamouse actually plays very, very well. He actually kind of does what I would have done, you know, I think he kind of knew that I thought he was Charizard X, so you'll see what he does here, okay? I carry HP Ground on my Volcarona just for, like, Heatran, and I go for the Hidden Power Fire, so the Hidden Power Ground, assuming that he'd Mega Evolve right away. And had he Mega Evolved right away, like, I would have killed, and I would have continued to kill Porygon Z, which he had behind right away, but no. So he's going to Mega Evolve after the first Dragon Dance. It comes down to a speed tie here. I actually go HP Ground again, kind of hoping that he would do this, but no. So he just goes for the Dragon Claw, and, well, down goes Volcarona. We won the speed tie there, no big deal. I still got Scarf Chop, and Scarf Chop is what pretty much wins me the game at this point, because outspeed, I can just hit Outrage. It's going to kill the Charizard, and then it's gonna kill the Porygon Z. So I think he said after the match that the Porygon Z was actually the electric one, like with the Z conversion electric. But you know, I just figured Outrage would kill anyway, so just to be safe, you know, Outrage kills. That's gonna be a good game, and yeah, so it was a good matchup in my favor. I think my team was definitely the stronger one here. Obviously not just that one, but I just think the matchup itself was more in my favor with the team here. So good match at Teslamouse. Check him out on Twitch, and check me out on Twitch too. I'll leave the links to both of our streams in the description below, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you. Take care.